dosing and stuff like that, like how or when do I increase it, and why would I want to make a change?
Well, we do offer a dosing guide, and a lot of questions come in like, you know, well, I'm a bigger guy or I'm a bigger lady. Should I start off higher? Number one, it's not weight based. I don't care if you're 500 pounds or 130 pounds. You're starting off on the lowest dose, and you titrate according for you to there. You do not listen to FDA guidelines or other clinics or spas that say, I'll do this dose for so long. You get to control your dose with us. So say that you're on a higher strength semaglutide, and we have 3 rules with all weight loss injections. It does not matter, but 3 major rules that I tell all my clients. What worked for me might not work for someone else, but what works for someone else might not work for you, and vice versa. I always say everyone runs their own race. 3 major rules. Number 1, if you say, Josh, I did my dose and I am just not hungry at all. I'm not even drinking. I'm not even thinking about food. In my opinion, in my experience with thousands, I would say that you're on too high of a dose. You have to be able to eat. You have to be able to put fuel in. You can't be afraid of carbs or glucose. That's number 1. Like, you have to put fuel in. If not, your body goes into storage mode. So understand that the second rule, though, is like your sweet spot. That's where I want you to kind of think of this whole journey where I want you to be in your lifestyle modifications. So what if you emailed me and you said, Josh, I'm hungry. I did my dose. I read your stuff. It made sense. I watched some videos, but I'm just hungry. And I'm afraid if I take enough medication, then I won't be hungry. And if you're not hungry, then you won't eat. And if you don't eat, you'll lose weight like before. Well, how'd that work out for you? You wouldn't be on this medication if that was the golden rule. But the second major rule of dosing is if you say, hey, I'm hungry, my first question is, when you eat, are you full? Are you satisfied? And oddly enough, what if you said, yes, I can't get past half my plate or 50%, or I'm only eating 1 plate. I'm not going in for seconds or thirds, or I'm not picking or grazing, or what I did late night pantry raiding, like have a healthy day and eat well. And then after a 12 or 14-hour day, the kids are in bed and here's a bowl of cereal, or here's leftovers, here's a popsicle, and then you just wasted your whole day. You're still picking. You're not satisfied. But if you could honestly say that, hey, if I eat any more, if I try to drink any more and I feel gross or sick to my stomach, and I always kind of pertain it to like feeling like Joey from Friends with the meat sweats. Like, damn well if you should have more that you're going to be ill, then at that dose, that amount, that's your sweet spot. Stay there as long as you can. Because we don't want you to just continue to use more medication to try to lose more. We don't want you to consider, hey, if I use more, then I'll lose more. That's a horrible mentality, because other places, clinics or spas or even providers will say, well, if you're hungry, you need to increase your dose. Well, if you increase your dose, 1 of 2 things happens. 1, you're going to have a higher chance of side effects. 2, you're going to use more medication sooner, so you have to buy more often. And when you buy more often, they make more money off you. We give you an amount to control your dose so it can last longer for you. We don't try to make more money off you. We want you to be healthy. The third major rule with dosing, though, if you say, hey, I'm hungry, and I'll ask a question, yes, but when you eat, are you full? What if the answer is no? What if you say, no, I'm really picking, I'm going in for seconds or thirds, or I'm wiping my plate clean with a piece of bread, or I'm just really not having that safety net of satiety or fullness? Then instead of doubling your dose, like other places have you do, and risk side effects, I'd have you increase your dose no more than 3 to 5 units with semaglutide at a higher strength, or if it's tirzepatide, maybe go up 5 to 7 more units. But it's all listed in your dosing guide to understand. I want you to be able to have maybe a half a dose increase, so you don't double your dose and risk side effects and burning through the medication. So those are 3 major rules with dosing that I want my clients to know at Primal Health and Wellness.